Okay, we're back with more. We're back with more Bernie. Give me a sec to just delete the other video. All right. No, I do stream. I do my fitness streams like every week at varying times. As y'all are playing Animal Crossing. No, I do stream. Now I can just chill here. My fitness streams like every week. Those of you who do have Animal Crossing and do like Animal Crossing, you'll probably like what I'm putting out next this coming Sunday. And no, it's not KK Slider Megalovania. I can already see you typing in the chat. Stop. It's not everything I do is Megalovania. In fact, most things I do are not Megalovania. Next this coming Sunday. And no, it's not KK Slider Megalovania. I can already see you typing in the chat. Stop. It's not everything I do is Megalovania. In fact, most things I do are not Megalovania. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll just continue to draw ivy on these columns. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll just continue to draw ivy on these columns. I do have to be somewhat quiet because my sisters are taking a test downstairs. I do have to be somewhat quiet because my sisters are taking a test downstairs. And share this thing on Twitter. And share this thing on Twitter. Okay. I promoted my tweet on Twitter. I promoted my tweet on Twitter. Do I have any Fire Emblem Three Houses songs plans? Yes, I do, actually. God Shattering Star will be part of the second Fire Emblem pack, as I mentioned yesterday. I think I mentioned that on IR, actually. Do I have any Fire Emblem Three Houses songs plans? Oh yeah, speaking of God Shattering Star, I forgot to put that into my playlist, so let me do that. As I mentioned yesterday. I think I mentioned that on IR, actually. Do I have... Oh yeah, speaking of God Shattering Star, I forgot to put that into my playlist, so let me do that. Okay, so the Agito Uprising is the boss theme for the Agito type enemies in Dragalia Lost. Agito are basically like, from what I can understand from the game so far, they are people who've kind of become quote unquote awakened, which is which is I guess a term for being like becoming extremely radicalized. And hyper aware, but quite frankly, insane. For instance, Volk believes that the privileged, anybody who are like born into noble households and who are like lords and mayors and people in power, and they're all like they all haven't known the sickness. What he calls the sickness that is weakness. Cayenne is just racist. So yeah. How many layers does it have? I'm not gonna count because I don't want to do that. Can't believe my stupid pen broke on stream yesterday morning. Maybe next time we won't be making assumptions about people's ability to whistle, eh?
You weren't my usual kid, you know. 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 You weren't my usual kid, you know.
I'm telling you, Hilda. He turns himself into a pickle. He calls himself Pickle Rick. It's the funniest I've ever seen.
We've got trouble. We've got trouble. We've got trouble.
Hi, Juno.
Hello, Queen. How are you?
What are you doing?
I'm just drawing. You're on camera / not on live.
Oh, hi guys. I'm just playing Animal Crossing.
Most people are. I may get it. I might get it. I'm considering getting it.
I would recommend it. I'd recommend though you need to time travel a bit for the first few days because the first day's just a 1-day tutorial.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
They still haven't added a skippable tutorials? Jeez, Nintendo, get with the times. Animal Crossing, come on. So, are you doing the sensible thing and naming your island Pen Island?
I'm not naming it Pen Island.
Disappointing.
I called it Balpater, which is the island that Queen lives on.
Okay.
Because I'm original.
I think I'll call my island Pen Island.
Alright. Ooh, money tree.
Ooh, did you already plant it? Nice.
Yeah?
How much are you getting from it?
I think it's like $3,000 from it, which is pretty cool.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah?
People, money doesn't grow on trees. Animal Crossing. I'm about to do what's called a pro gamer move.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Beautiful.
California's on lockdown, so we gotta keep on
Yikes.
keeping on. It appears people are getting funny in the chat. I guess it's time to tell a little story that my dear friend Kristen has told me before.
Told to her by her friend Ethan.
Back when they both worked at Jimmy John's.
Jimmy Jams.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Jimmy John's is a sandwich chain. They sell famously mediocre sandwiches. They're incredibly adequate. Like, you know how it's Subway. You have your options. You can get your bell peppers and your red onions, your mayonnaise, your special Subway sauce, all that good stuff. At Jimmy John's, you just get a plain old adequate submarine sandwich. And my friend Kristen is quite good at making these sandwiches quickly. According to her, it is a life skill that she acquired over many, many sandwiches being made. Now, this story is not about either Kristen or Ethan. It's about their friend Jake. Now, I'm sure many people have a friend named Jake. If you don't have a friend named Jake, perhaps you know at least somebody named Jake. It could be an enemy, it could be a dog, it could be a cartoon character, such as Jake the dog from the Cartoon Network television show Adventure Time, which Fun fact, the pilot was on Nickelodeon. However, Nickelodeon decided they did not need the show at the time. But Cartoon Network said, hey, why don't we take the, what is to be the greatest cartoon that we will air on our channel of all time. You know, Nickelodeon has Avatar: The Last Airbender. Disney will eventually have Gravity Falls, and thus Cartoon Network has, you know, Adventure Time.
Mhm.
You could also have... There are other Jakes out there. There's Rattlesnake Jake from Rango. The secondary antagonist of the film, if I recall. He has a pretty raw line. He goes, one bullet. I tip my hat to you. One legend to another. My favorite line in the film. I just really enjoyed Rango as a film. However, I do appear to be getting slightly off topic here, and thus I will resume talking about this other Jake, who is nicknamed Jake, quote-unquote, Bonesaw McGraw.
Yeah.
Kristen didn't know why Jake called himself Bonesaw McGraw. Ethan sure didn't know why Jake called himself Bonesaw McGraw, but here we are. We got our boy Jake Bonesaw McGraw. And this is a story that happened back when they were in high school. Now, for those of you who don't know, high school, grades 9 through 12, comes sequentially after middle school. Hold on. Okay, I'll come back. At high school, you eat this thing called lunch at around the 12 o'clock period, which is what I'm about to eat. So I will be right back. Where's my Bernadetta eating pizza? Where's my lunch break, Bernie? There it is. Queen, you may continue telling the story if you wish, or... you may continue telling the story if you wish. I'm going to go down and eat lunch.
Oh. Alright, they got up to Jake Bonesaw McGraw. Alright, so there was Jake Bonesaw McGraw. He's the main. There was Jake Bonesaw McGraw, and there was Jake Valentine. There were a variety of other Jakes. But the focus on this one is of Jake Bonesaw McGraw. Now, he and Ethan, as well as working at Jimmy John's with their really, really mediocre sandwiches, they also went to school, and you know, the place where you go and get your education. And education is the process of learning, like your literacy, your numeracy, and anything else in between, like your arts, your crafts, and all that stuff. But the other thing that school has is clubs. Now, clubs are basically, you spend your whole day at school, about 6, 7, 8 hours, and then it's just like, I know what I'll do. I'll spend even more time at school. And then you've got your different clubs. So you've got like your book club, your creative writing club, sports clubs. But this one in particular was a film club. Now, a film is a piece of media where it tells a story through the process of like actors playing their roles. It's in video format, basically. Now, at this time, well, an example of a film would be, well, basically the one we're talking about today, but we're not onto that yet, so I'll say James and the Giant... Yeah, James and the Giant Peach. Now, James and the Giant Peach is interesting because it's kind of a mix of live-action and stop-motion animation. It was done by... What the fuck is his name? I forgot what his name is, guys. Oh, shit. Tim Burton, that was it. Tim Burton had a play in it, who was the maker of, like, Nightmare Before Christmas and all that stuff. And they've got the bugs and everything. It's a really nice movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies. I'd recommend it. But that's not the movie we're talking about. So, Jake Bonesaw McGraw decided that he was going to bring in a new movie. Now, at the time, libraries... Oh, wait, shit. I should probably explain what a library is. A library is a place where you can go and loan out books. And books are, you know, wads of paper meshed together under a hardback or paperback cover, and they have words in them, and they tell a story. They're like films, but you read them. You have to put your eyes to effort even more. But that's not the point. He wasn't going to buy a book, loan a book out, he was going to loan a film out, because at the time, libraries loaned films out. Now, they used to do it on VHS. Now, VHS is, you know, videos, but that's outdated now. So in this case, we have DVDs instead. Now, a DVD is a circular disc which you put into, you know, a DVD machine, and it will play out the movie for you. It's basically, if you haven't got the effort to go to the theatre, you can wait for a month for the DVD to come out, and then you can put it in and play it, and it works like that. So, Jake Bonesaw McGraw found a film called What's Up Tiger Lily. I would explain the plot of What's Up Tiger Lily, but unfortunately, I have never seen it. Apparently, it's a really interesting movie, though, and I'm sure when Juno comes back, he'll be delighted to tell you about it. So Jake Bonesaw McGraw, got the movie out and took it back to Film Club. I drove in a car on the way back to Film Club. Now, a car is one of the earliest forms of automobile. It has its wheels, it has its engine, it can transport you around to places. Although this is not the classic car that was invented, you know, 100 years ago. No, this is the kind of more, you know, sleek car that we're all used to now. But he drove for about 20 minutes or so back to school, and he went to his film club, and he and Ethan were there, and he put on the movie. And as everyone watched it, they all felt a sense of enjoyment. Now, enjoyment is a feeling of, like, pleasure, euphoria. It's like happiness, in a sense. And all of the people in that club grouped around and watched it. And they felt that enjoyment. Now, feeling is just like, you know, the emotions stirred up. It's like that positive energy, you see. And hold on, chat, because I want to actually get up the chat so I know that you are engaged with this story. Now, the chat is you guys. This is you guys who have joined us today. Well, joined Juno today, and then I just kind of jumped the gun. But no, the chat is a method of the audience to talk to their streamer. And which is what you guys are doing right now. And you know, I really appreciate you guys being here, because Juno is an amazing artist. And I should probably clarify, an artist is someone who presents in a... Oh, whoops, I can hear myself. That is annoying. But no, yes, the chat is, not the chat. Sorry, I've been playing Animal Crossing all day. We won't even get into that. But no, an artist is someone who presents this sort of media in a visual aspect, which is what Juno's doing with Bernadetta here. So it involves color, it involves shading and line art and all sorts. And that's pretty much it. Yes, I am the new Overlord. The Overlord is what's talking right now, which is me. But no, yeah, so before I came in here, I've been playing Animal Crossing all day, the new Animal Crossing New Horizons. And if you don't know, Animal Crossing is a kind of, not RPG, it's kind of like a life simulation game where you go around and, like, you live, in this case, an island, but in previous ones, it's just like, you know, a city or whatever. And you go around and you improve the quality, you try to get new people into your place, and it's the socializing thing. It's just, if you're too scared to socialize in real life, you go to this to socialize instead. Thank you, guys. And yeah, so New Horizons is on the Switch. Now, the Switch is one of the latest consoles of Nintendo, and unfortunately I couldn't get the Animal Crossing Switch because I didn't have enough money. And right as I ordered this one, it turns out the left analog stick is kind of funky. It's like it won't go, it will go up, but you kind of have to put a lot of force on it in order for it to go up, so it's a bit slow. And oh shit, give me a second, there's a new butterfly there that I really want to catch. Sorry guys. You can hear my noises. So I'm about to catch a butterfly. Now, butterfly is a type of insect. And this is a emperor? Yeah, emperor butterfly. Yeah, so they have their wings and they have their little feet and they can fly around, but the problem is they only have a small lifespan. They only have it for about 10 days. 10 days to about 2 weeks. Which is quite sad. But in order to make sure this butterfly lives forever, I'm going to donate it to Blavers the owl. Now, an owl is a type of bird. It has very big eyes. It's a bird of prey. No, it isn't. It's a predator bird. What am I saying? Maybe it's a bird of prey. I don't know what the right term is, but basically, it's one of those twitoo sort of birds. And this one, Blavers, is very wise, and he wears a little accessory, a bow tie, which is quite sweet. And I'm going to donate this butterfly to him because I did not even expect that. It's just been flying around for a while. Also, I would continue with the story, but I really think Juno should come back here to deliver the best part, which we're nowhere near to, by the way, but we might as well. In the meantime, I will read to you what this Emperor Butterfly is, which Blavers is so kindly telling me right now. The Emperor Butterfly is called the Jewel of the Forest, but its vivid blue hue, ooh, let me tell you, the colour does not come from a dye, but rather from light reflecting off layers of translucent scales. Yes, butterfly wings are covered in tiny scales. Scales? Butterfly? Ugh, more like snake of the sky. Anyhoot, my sincerest thanks for your donation. Can I talk about bricks? Why the fuck would I want to talk about bricks? Bricks are just stone meshed together to build houses. And houses is what I'm sitting in right now, and which I'm sure a lot of you are sitting in right now because of all the quarantines. I'm really sorry about that. I did just talk about bricks. I'm not really a construction expert. I'm a writer. Now, writers are, they can write all sorts of things. I'm a novel writer, so I write my own stories. But then you have, like, journalists who write, like, articles about certain things, like fashion or the news and stuff like that. Or you could have, like, script writers who write scripts for, like, TV shows or movies and such. And I would explain TV shows and movies, but we've kind of already explained movies, really, so... Let's get back to the story. So basically, a year passes after that, and Jake Bonesaw McGraw decides, you know what, I'm gonna go get out some books for his studies. Now, studies are what you do at school, or not even at school, maybe at college or university, but they are to further your knowledge in order for you to write an essay of sorts. Now, I'm not too sure. I think Jake Bonesaw McGraw was doing an English degree, which is what I'm doing. English degrees when you study, like, you close read books and stuff, and then you talk about the context, and you talk about, like, the culture, society, like, different readings, like a feminist reading, a Marxist reading, all sorts of that. Now, which one Jake was doing, I can't be very specific about it, because this comes from Ethan, and then it also comes from Kristen. So you'd have to ask Kristen about that. But basically, Jake drove back to the library, and he went to pick up his books, and he presented them to the librarian. Now, this librarian was a very thick-skinned woman, very stern, one of those ones who would shush you right away. And Jake gives them the books, puts them on the table. Now, a table is probably made of wood. Yeah, this one would have been made of wood, and it is a support system, and it gives you a height so you can place objects on it, and it gives you that support system so it remains stable and you don't have to put things on the floor. So the librarian then asks, do you have your library card? And Jake says yes and presents the library card. Now, the library card is what you need in order to take the books out, because if you don't have that, then you will probably banish from the library forever. Oh, what a shame. So the librarian types into the computer, scans the books and types into the computer being the electronic device that's needed to loan out the books, and which is what most of you are probably watching this stream on. And then the librarian goes, wait a second. It says here that you still have What's Up Tiger Lily loaned out from last year. And Jake goes, oh. And the librarian says, yes, it seems that you've racked up a fine of $20.50. And Jake says, oh. And the librarian says, you can't loan out any books until you pay out the fine. And Jake says, oh. So the librarian goes, do you want to pay the fine? And Jake says no. Chat, I don't think you appreciated how good of a story that is. I might have to start over again. Oh dear, chat. Well, I'll have to tell Juno when they get back that, you didn't appreciate the story. Which is such a shame. It's a brilliant story. Sandwich. I'm glad you appreciated the story, Becca. Alright, I'm gonna back to playing this game. Sorry for leaving you in stasis stabilizers. If you need to travel, just think, what would dodos do? Die, because that's all they did. Oh yeah, I should probably do that. I'm an idiot.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Where were we?
The chat did not appreciate. I finished the story, and the chat did not appreciate it. So I think we need to start all over again. 'Cause I think
darn.
Telling would make you appreciate it more.
Now, where was I? Ah, yes, I was explaining high school. Now, as I was saying before, high school is a place where you spend 8 hours of your life learning things that are usually not super helpful. You know, like calculus, and not how to do taxes. Some things are useful, like the history of the United States, but that's not taught very well, so it might as well not be very useful. Anyways, at high school you have these things called clubs. Not to be confused with bats, clubs are not an implement used for beating things, but they are groups of people who get together for a specific purpose. Such as, perhaps, to watch anime, or to play video games, or to participate in mock debates, or even in sports. Now, sports are things that sports are activities that people participate in order to compete against each other as some kind of measure of physical activity or physical performance. I need some water to tell this story properly. Anyways, sports include things such as American football, soccer, baseball, hockey, golf, marching band, rugby, tennis, swimming, water polo, volleyball, regular polo, cricket, croquet, NASCAR racing, although I do not believe that there is a high school division for NASCAR racing. There is not. Don't look that up. That doesn't exist. In either case, the particular club that dear Jake was part of was the movie club. Now, I believe... Now, with all the movies that that have been coming out as of late, initially I thought I would not have to explain the concept of a movie/film to you all, but since we've been in self-isolation for so long, it's likely that people are beginning to forget what a movie is. So allow me to refresh your memory. Now, a movie, or a film, for those of you who are critics of the art form, is a sequence of images put together onto a reel/timeline that, when played extremely quickly, show the illusion of a moving picture, and oftentimes sounds are included with these. The history of movies is that the history of the talkies goes all the way back to the 1930s. Now, with Steamboat Willie, by Walter Elias Disney, being the first cartoon to have sound. Now, a cartoon is a caricature of perhaps an animal or a person or an object. For instance, Mickey Mouse, the protagonist of the previously mentioned cartoon Steamboat Willie, is a cartoon character. Cartoons date all the way back, perhaps to the times of ancient Egypt, where sequential images telling a story can be found painted onto the walls of palaces and pyramids and tombs and whatnot. But it appears I am getting a little bit off track here. Movies are often viewed for the purpose of obtaining a feeling of enjoyment. Now, the feeling of enjoyment is the feeling that you are all feeling right now.
as you listen to this story.
In either case,
for Jake, it was his turn to bring in a movie for the movie club's movie night. And so he goes down to the library. And now, a library is a building that stores a collection of books out for lease. To lease means to borrow. And to borrow means to have temporary ownership of an item. I mean, listen, not many people go to the library nowadays for whatever strange reason. And so I feel the need to explain what a library is, don't you think?
Yep, absolutely.
More people should go to the libraries. Kids these days not going to libraries. I mean,
Oh, scoundrels.
little scamps. It's a source of so much free and open information. It's the perfect place to go. It's the perfect place to get some information. In either case, libraries not only have collections of books, but also movies. And Jake checked out this movie titled What's Up, Tiger Lily? Which is a kung fu movie redubbed by Woody Allen, because for whatever reason, it's art, and Woody Allen is totally not terrible. Spoilers, Woody Allen is terrible. It is named after the character from Peter Pan, the Princess Tiger Lily. Now, Jake brings this movie back to Movie Club, and as they watch it, they experience feelings of enjoyment, as I explained before. But allow me to refresh your memory again. Enjoyment is the feeling you have right now listening to me tell you this story. In either case, they finish the movie, and perhaps they forget about it. Although clearly Kristen and Ethan have not forgotten about this whole story, this whole thing. Speaking of, yes, I should probably remind you who these people are. They are people who work at Jimmy John's. Now, Jimmy John's is a sandwich franchise. For those of you who are just tuning in, I see that the watching now number has ticked up from 15 to 16, and from 16 to 17. So I'll refresh all of your memories about what Jimmy John's is. Basically, they make adequate sandwiches. They ain't a Subway. You just go there for a quick bite, without caring about the quality. We're getting off topic here. So some time passes between then and the point at which the story ends. Now, it's time to address the concept of time. Now, time is our way of quantifying the sequence of events that happen in our daily lives. Time is measured in several increments divided into 60 of each, until you get to days, in which case there's only 24, in which case there are only 24 hours. But you have your seconds, your minutes, and your hours. 60 seconds is a minute. 60 minutes is an hour. Altogether, the reason for this is because time is most easily represented by a circle, because that is the way that the sun the way the sun rises and sets. That is the way the Earth's rotation works. It rotates in a circle, in a circular motion. The Earth is slightly pear-shaped, but mostly round. As you know, there are 360 degrees in a circle. So 60 seconds is a neat way, it fits neatly into those 360 degrees. Arguably, the concept of time is quite nebulous and is described by my friend Kristen as a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey mess, which is perhaps a reference to Doctor Who. Now, Doctor Who is a British science fiction television show and the longest science fiction television show running on any network. It features the adventures of an entity known as the Doctor, who is a species called a Time Lord. A species unique in their ability to regenerate after death. I believe Doctor Who is on its 13th. I believe the Doctor is on their 13th regeneration now. Is that correct?
Technically, it's kind of gone to this weird 14, 15th regeneration thing now.
Oh wow, it's been a while.
Yeah, there's basically basically another like supposed Doctor's appeared in the new series. It's really weird.
Oh, interesting. Well, in either case, the show Doctor Who does follow around this character known as the Doctor. In any case, we're getting a little bit off track here. So, Jake walks into the library. He's going to check out a book, some kind of book. Let's say The Cat in the Hat, a children's book, and perhaps the most famous, written by Theodore Geisel, also known as by his pen name Dr. Seuss. Now, Theodore Geisel was an American writer and cartoonist who previously worked on political cartoons. I've already explained what cartoons are, so I won't have to go into that yet. But he also illustrated several children's books, such as Horton Hears a Who, and The Lorax, which was adapted into a film also titled The Lorax in, I believe, 2012. Allow me to check that really quickly. Yes, 2012. Now, The Lorax 2012 did spawn an interesting fandom surrounding one of the characters known as the Onceler, because the Onceler sang a musical number in the film titled "How Bad Can I Be," and it goes like this: How bad? Hold on. How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? I'm just following my destiny. How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly be? Well, there's a principle of nature that almost every creature knows, called survival of the fittest. And check it, this is how it goes. The animal that's got a scratch and bite and claw and bite and punch. And the animal that doesn't winds up someone else's lunch. Munch, 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 munch. I'm just saying, how bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? I'm just following my destiny. How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? How bad could I possibly be? See? Well, there's a principle of business. Then everybody knows it's sound. It says the people with the money makes the money-loving world go round. So I'm bigger in my company, I'm bigger in my factory, I'm bigger in my corporate size. Everybody out there, take care of yours and me. I'll take care of mine.
Shake that bottom line.
Let me hear you say smugula smoke, sloppity slop. Complain all you want, it ain't never gonna stop. No! Come on, how bad can it possibly be? How bad can I be? I'm just building the economy. How bad can I be? Just look at me petting this puppy. How bad can I be? A portion of proceeds goes to charity. How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly be? Let's see. Oh, the customers are flying. How bad can I be? And the money is multiplying. How bad can I be? And the PR people are lying. How bad bad can I be? And the lawyers are denying. How bad can I be? Who cares if a few trees are dying? How bad can I be? This is oh so gratifying. How bad can I possibly be? And basically, this is the anthem of the modern oil companies. and the
Wow.
GOP. What? In any case, the Onceler spawned a large following on Tumblr, with many people being physically attracted towards the Onceler. Now, I have to explain Tumblr attraction. Now, the typical archetype for a Tumblr pretty boy usually involves dapper attire. Now, let's make a checklist here. Looking at using the Onceler as a base, using the Greedler as he is called as a base, we have a suit and tie, a top hat, sunglasses optional, and gloves. Basically, the physical characteristics usually include tall and lanky. You can see this from certain other characters, such as the radio demon Alistor of Has-Been Hotel, as well as Black Hat from Villainous. Although the two are certainly not comparable in quality. I am going to get flamed a lot for that. However, we are getting a little bit off of topic here. We were talking about Dr. Seuss, in turn talking about The Cat in the Hat, which Jake has gone to check out at the library. The Cat in the Hat, by the way, is available online, free to read, for your reading pleasure. But I'm not going to get into that because for those of you who were there at the Internet Remix stream last night, man on the internet...
That was a journey.
It was certainly a journey. The man on the internet himself read through the entirety of The Cat in the Hat. For your listening pleasure, please go subscribe to Internet Remix right now. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. All subscribed? Good. Let us continue. We're almost at the end here, do not worry. Now, Jake goes in to check this book out, and he pulls out a library card. Now, a library card is a form of registration at your public library. It can be used in the it can be used at every library in your public library system because it has your information and basically says, "Hey, you have my information? You know where to find me? Please, please allow me to borrow your books." Jake uses his library card, and the librarian says, "Oh, would you like to check out a book today?" Jake says, "Yes, I would like to check out The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss." The librarian scans the library card, scans the book, scans the library card. Oh, looks like you've got a overdue, you've got an overdue movie from over a year ago. It is the film What's Up, Tiger Lily? You have accrued a fine of about $11. Would you like? And Jake says, "Oh." The librarian says, "Well, would you like to pay the fine now?" And Jake says, "No." Somebody says, "Finally, some songs." Whew. It's always fun telling that story. I don't think people were paying attention, which means we gotta start up. Kidding.
Yeah.
Alright, back to Bernie. I've had my fun.
They were begging so much.
So the moral of this story is, don't beg me for Megalovania or else I'll break out the story again.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna head off because I need to make some dinner and not just eat snacks.
Yeah, you do that. Eat some healthy food.
Alright, see you guys.
Bye. Well, there are two types of people. Two people who don't enjoy the story, and people who enjoy the story, and enjoy telling the story, and people who want to rip their heads off after by the end. Somebody uploaded the entire movie, yeah. I like that movie. I really like that movie. Just really love the Roger Rabbit movie.
There's moss growing in the cracks here.
I want to know how I do such a good Waluigi voice. It's a Waluigi time. Years upon years and years of practice being a Waluigi. Oh yeah, and now my voice is so good. Oh. Here's no cheating. I don't have to cheat with my own voice. It's a me, Waluigi. Now you'd better prepare for some more destruction. The only reason I'm in Smash Brothers is because I would destroy everybody. I was taken out of the game for balance reasons. Nobody can defeat Waluigi.
Fellas, I've already confirmed that God Shattering Star is going to be happening in the second Fire Emblem pack. The first Fire Emblem pack has to come out first before then, though. Oh, you want me as president, huh? Well...
A vote for me is a vote for freedom. Vote for me, and I'll take 10% of taxes and put it towards tentacles. If elected, I'll build more orphanages. And I'll make sure to drop kick all of Guru Amber's grand minions. Because I always buy American made. American made. Are you terrified of double? This is my official politician double Skullgirl from Skullgirls voice modulator. See, check it out, Republican car. Fool! You didn't buy American made, and now you must suffer. This is why you always buy American. Because America can do what other countries cannot. Then again, other countries can do what America can't, like give universal health care. But if elected, I'll make sure everybody gets health care. I'll socialize the United States healthcare system, and we'll finally have free healthcare like all the other countries in the world. No more having to pay $1 million for a pill. force palm control. I think a tentacle monster can do a better job than our current president. Unlike my opponent, I endorse hammer control. And I endorse equal rights for all Americans. I'll take 10% of taxes and put them towards fixing the roads. A vote for me is a vote for change, for freedom, for hope. And I ain't gonna let no darn Senate get in my way. I ain't letting Mitch Cooper McConnell stop me from changing America for the better. I can keep all my promises because I am actual God.
Hey, General.
Hello. Oh, a second.
Whoa, why is everything really discombobulated?
Sorry about that, Kemi. I had my voice filter on.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought it was my phone. I was about to have a panic.
No, your phone would
Nothing's
not.
open.
No, your phone wouldn't make that creepy voice. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just
Yeah.
tired.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
There's been a lot
letting you
going
know.
on.
Just letting you know I'm currently on air. You're free to stay.
Oh, okay. Hello. Let me pick up my mood. Hold on. Let me take it from my 2 that I was at and put it up to a 10. Hi.
Got a smile for the fans, Kemi.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, apparently. Hi. I'm getting my Animal Crossing.
Yes, good.
Yeah. Give me a hot minute.
Okay.
Woo.
see. You may want to pick Animal Crossing up at some point. It's fun. I played the original on the GameCube. I've played Wild World on the DS. Most of my exposure to Animal Crossing has been through my sisters, who absolutely love that game. I may want to get it through Nintendo digital download, but I don't have a proper SD card for that. Was to climb you are the ocean's grace. But once I do get Animal Crossing, I'm going to name my island something great, something beautiful, something that'll really let people know how much of a crossing for animals I am. I'm going to name my island Penn Island. No, I'm not. The freaking post about when Tom Nook finds out why y'all are naming your island Penn Island. Tom Nook when he realizes why y'all are naming your island Penn. I put God Shattering Star into the playlist, don't worry. Yeah, don't you worry about a thing. God Shattering Star will be coming. Don't get your gods in a shatter.
I got my Animal Crossing.
Yes! Yes!
I'm so excited.
Excellent.
And I also got an SD card so I can finally download Smash.
Yeah! Nice. How big is your SD card?
I got the 128, but I got a Samsung
Ooh.
one because it's cheaper.
Hmm.
So that way I can actually get digital downloads.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Because I downloaded Shield onto my DS directly, and then I tried to download Smash, and it was like, oh, you don't have enough space, and I was like, the fuck you mean I don't have enough space?
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you transfer all your data from there onto there, from your built-in one
Yep.
onto the.
Also, I said a bad word. I'm sorry.
Huh? I don't care if you say bad words.
Okay, good. I just realized that, and I was like, ah!
No,
I'm off the clock, so I'm not paying attention.
it's okay.
Oh, Christmas cookies and milk. But yeah, no, it's been kind of a long day.
I might have to pick up an SD card myself because I do like. I also like having my digital
Do
game library, and
it.
I am out of space on my. I'm out of space in my carrying case
Oh dear.
for games.
Oh no.
So it's just like, oops. Maybe I'll have to. There's like, all these great games are
I should
coming
have gotten
out.
a carrying case.
Yeah,
Damn it.
oh well.
I don't have a case for my DS yet.
Yeah.
What?
Switch.
No!
Your Nintendo Switch.
Switch? It's a Switch. I have a DS, but it's a Switch.
But what you're
God.
playing right now is a Nintendo Switch.
What I'm gonna play is a Nintendo Switch. If my brain will function like a normal human being, that would be great.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't make it
just
Fire Emblem
so
fall into the hole with me.
tired. I don't play Fire Emblem. I'm not a Fire Emblem fan.
Mm.
I don't like the mechanics. It's weird. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't understand it. God, it's so windy. But yeah, I don't understand it.
It's yeah. They've done a better job of explaining it in later games, but like you kind of have to. I guess people kind of have to like get into it first.
Yeah. I just never got into it, so I'm like, it's weird for me to get into it now. Just because of the shiny new toy. I don't want to be that noob. You know?
I mean,
I don't want to be that noob.
fair, but also that's also why a bunch of other people bought 3 houses. It's like, oh, it's the new one.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with just not playing it. I enjoy looking at it. I don't think I would enjoy playing it. I like the idea. I just don't think it's for me.
You must maintain your platonic ideal of Fire Emblem.
That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy it for what I see it as, and I don't really need to play it. People can enjoy it as they want, but I don't feel like it. I'd rather just chill out. Like, the combat stuff freaks me out. Like, the most competitive I will ever get is Smash. I can't do like tactics. I pick my Pokemon based on how cute they are.
which is fair.
Listen, my team's adorable.
I bet. Like I like picking my favorites too. My favorites just happen to be also pretty strong.
Yeah. But I just want to get home. I just drove home from work and I immediately went to GameStop because I wasn't sure how long it was going to be open for. And they had like tape on the ground. They were like, if you're in line, please wait on one of the squares. And I was like, oh, squares. Social distancing.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. And I was like, that's good. Yeah, you gotta keep yourself in the distance. Can you go the distance? I can social distance. I don't care how far, even if it's 6 feet apart.
Oh my god.
That's actually great. I want to do that now, but I can't.
Yeah. Oof. Big Daddy D is gonna come out and be like, I should probably never refer to Disney as that ever again.
Yeah, never. Don't ever do that. I'm like, just straight up, yeah, no. All right, I'm about to head into my place,
Yes.
but I always lose service, so I'm gonna hang up.
Okay.
Have a good rest of your stream.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yay! Bye.
Bye. Who dislike this art? Probably Smash fans. Like, ugh! This person who does Super Smash Bros. Songs is doing Fire Emblem stuff. Ugh!
I'm a man, baby.
Oops, better save. This is not to say that people who don't really care about Fire Emblem are man babies. You can care / not care about whatever games you wish. But if you're pettily and actively going after people who like Fire Emblem and being like,
Ugh, your game sucks. Ugh, it's not Super Smash Bros. I'm tired of you people putting game Smash Bros. Yeah.
then you're being terrible. So, don't. Why am I quarantined? Because my state is on lockdown. I haven't been outside for a while, so I do not have COVID-19.
What's in my queue right now?
Guys, please stop threatening me in the chat. It's not funny. Can I do a German accent? Of course I can do a German accent.
I did not spend so much time of my life at a friend's house playing medic for me not to do a German accent. How do you think I reenact Meet the Medic with all of my friends, In a fizzy American accent? No. Nine. Also, whenever I do a German accent, it either turns into a medic impression or screaming like Werner Berman. Now, let's go practice medicine. Don't be such a baby. Ribs grow back? I have no idea.
Say goodbye to your kneecaps, Chuckle Nuts.
Ja, da, da, da. It is good day to be not dead. Pow, you are dead.
I'm dead. Oh,
The heavy is dead.
Excuse me.
I think I'll take a quick break from drawing for a sec. So.
guys are killing me. My ears need cleaning. Earbuds are full of gunk. It's disgusting.
This is why you always check your work before you continue doing things. Luckily that was an easy fix. Okay. Where's my sketch layer? I should probably label it. There's a couple of plants I need to draw. still sore from all the leg exercise I did last night. Hello, new viewers. You caught me in the middle of drawing. Boy. You caught me drawing, Bernie. So when you're drawing, you should always be using you should always be doing the lighting last. Because you want to get all the colors down first and then figure out how they interact with the light later. You don't want to get so far in coloring and then be like, oh no, I didn't light this correctly. don't call yourself trash. Please don't. Everybody has worth in this world. Except for anti-vaxxers. People who don't vaccinate their kids. I hope their kids get vaccinated. I hope they realize that they should vaccinate their kids. Because if you don't vaccinate the kids, then we lose our herd immunity. And then we all die. I have to put down shadows later. What are they keeping these pots? Chia seeds? What even are these? You like the art. Alright, I'm calling this one done. Phew. Oh god, what happened? There we go. Alright, I'm going to call it now. Thank you for tuning in while I paint this background. See you all later. I'll probably work out or something.